We all are gathered here to conduct a 3-day international virtual workshop on soft skill, research skill, effective classroom management in the age of artificial intelligence. This workshop, jointly organized by Lavender Literary Club India and Cap Corporate Trust India and Malaysian Industrial Relations Human Resource Association in Malaysia. Today is our second day of our workshop. We welcome you all. Today we have three sessions and three speakers. Dr. Julia Tan Un, Dr. Farsi Ahmed, and Anisha Ma'am. I invite Jessia, the student of University Malaysia, Kellington, Malaysia, to introduce Dr. Julia Tan Un.
Kindly unmute yourself.
Please unmute yourself, Jessica. Jessica, can you hear me? Please unmute. We can't hear you. Unmute yourself, Jessica. We can't hear you. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now you can tell. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Chinese government, Dr. Julia is a Chinese government scholarship recipient for PhD program in Xiamen University, China from 2016 until 2021. Selected for international exchange to Hiroshima, Japan during undergraduate studies. So I welcome Dr. Julia.
Let's start now. My topic is qualitative research approaches. So I'm more into qualitative method. So I'm currently working in Faculty of Language and Human Development in University Malaysia Kelantan, Malaysia, which is in the east coast of Malaysia, of Peninsular Malaysia. Have you come to Malaysia before? Hope you can visit Malaysia one day soon, and I can visit India also one day. Okay, so through qualitative research, what can we find? We can explore a wide area of dimensions of the social world, including the texture and of everyday life, the understandings. So it's more to understandings, experiences, and imaginings of our research participants. Okay, because we are more into like exploring our research participants and the way that social processes or institutions or discourses or relationships works. So it's like a discourse study and the significance of the meanings that they generate. So we want to find out what's the significance of the meanings hidden inside our study. Okay, this is the citation from Jennifer Mason. Besides, qualitative research celebrate richness. So it's about how rich, how deep. You see, the depth, how rich, how deep. It's not about numbers, but about the deepness, about the how you understand them more, about the context, and then the multi-dimensionality and complexity Okay, it's complex. It's not direct like numbers of the social world. And then qualitative research also help us to see how things work in particular contexts. So we have a particular context, like how they see an advertisement, how we uh, see the, let's say, uh, Westerner in an Indian school, Western student in an Indian school, or Indian student in a Chinese school. So it's a particular context, it's a specific place. Okay. Uh, okay. And then it have grown out a wide range of disciplinary and intellectual traditions. So it's a wide range of discipline. Okay, and then qualitative research also assumes a psychological reality, and that methods are a way of getting to this reality. So we want to know the reality more. So we go to the place, like we stay there, or we mingle with the people there more. So we want to know, we want to be nearer to the reality. Okay, like just now I said, the discourse analysis, like we want to know more about the discourse is about language is a reflection of the reality. Okay, because language construct identity, like in a village, what language they speak. Okay, what's their identity of the villagers, of the people uh, in the village. And then how it operates. Okay, so the it's not like qualitative, is not like quantitative research, because quantitative research is more to repeatability. It's more about facts, numbers, like how many people there, how long they stay there, how much is like what, and the quantity. Okay, quantitative is quantity. Uh, is more structured. Quantitative is structured. It's based on analysis, using computer analysis, using numbers. Is more to system, statistic. And quantitative also compare groups in numbers, statistic, and also focus on variables. A lot of variables for quantitative research. Okay, now we see qualitative. So qualitative is not like that. It's not all this. It's not about all this. Okay, so what are qualitative research approaches? Firstly, is based on interpretation. How we interpret the meaning. How we interpret the meaning, like after we interview them, they say like that, right? We need to interpret their meanings, the surface meaning and also the hidden meanings. Sometimes it's symbolic, the meanings, right? Sometimes they tell you something is, they don't tell you directly, but they have a meaning there. So we need to ask why they say like that, why. Okay, so why, the big why is the keyword of qualitative research. And qualitative research also uh, make us understand more about the people's behavior, or the community behaviors, or your participant behaviors there lah. Okay, and then it's based on more on language, because in-depth interview or focus group, we record what they said. We record what they say. We prescribe what they said. Okay, the interview text, and it captures the perspective of the population in their worldview experience. It's about population. It's about their perspective. Okay, and then it has a patterns of themes set, like what they said, right? But theme, we can create the themes out out from what they said. Different themes, so we have more topic. So when we analyze the themes, and also beside they said, and also what they didn't say, also we also can analyze. Sometimes they say something, then they didn't say finish, didn't complete it. So why they don't complete the sentence? Maybe that's a reason. Okay, and then the context is sensitive here. Okay, what's the challenge? What are the challenges of qualitative research? Is rigorously conducted, is very huge. It's like many people, you need to transcribe their interview text. It's a hard work lah, because one person, if you interview 1 hour, you have 7 to 10 pages of their text. So you need to transcribe it and analyze it. You can do it manually or using a system like Atlas T, like NVivo. Okay. Secondly, it is flexible and also contextual. Context, yeah. And we as a researcher, we are the player, one of the player in this research, in this method, because we have to be actively involved inside. And then it produce explanation or arguments. We need to explain we need to explain why we analyze like that. We need to argue, we need to like have debate with our analysis. Okay. And then it shows wider resonance. Okay, so these are two of the sample of the example of qualitative approaches. One is ethnography, and then another one is case study. Okay, what is ethnography? Ethnography is concerned with experience at it is lived, felt, or undergone. So it's an experience. Okay, we participate in people's daily life, like we go and stay in that village, mix with the people there, like we actively involved in their life. So our purpose is to uncover social or cultural or normative patterns of the people of the community there. So participants are the experts. Participants is, let's say, the villagers, the students, or the consumers in, let's say, in Malaysia. So they are the experts in this research, because we need to ask their opinions. Their opinions is important to us, to our study. And it is a cultural description. Okay. So what's the strength of ethnography research? The strength, firstly, is it uses multiple methods of collecting data and provide us with rich data, very rich data, because we interview, we observe, and we involve inside the study. Okay, a moment. So when we observe, right, maybe you can jot down here, when we observe in an ethnography research, how what is observation? Means we watch them, we listen to them, we smell the environment there, we feel the environment, we taste the food in the village, let's say, we taste. So all is about our senses. We involve everything, all of our senses in ethnography research. we also posing questions to them. Okay. And then we analyze the background of the people there. Like we analyze their age, their gender, their class, what's their ethnicity, their religion, how they pray, what God they're praying, okay, what statue they're praying, how they pray. So all this is the strength of ethnography. Okay, and then we use the strength of ethnography, we use our skills. We use our skill, like we need to use our language skills, how we interview them to get more data, our face expression, how to make us look friendly, let them talk more, right? And then we give our attention to them, and also we need to have a good memory to remember, like the name of the people, the villages there. Okay. So the weaknesses, how about the weaknesses of ethnography? The weaknesses, they have, it has strength and also weaknesses. It certainly have weaknesses also. The weaknesses is, okay, is subject to subjectiveness. It's not objectiveness, it's subjectiveness. Is we, because we base on our own analytical skills, our own involvement. Okay. And then it is very time consuming. Sometimes you need to stay in that context for more than three months, 3 to 6 months. Only you can get all your data collection. And then after that, you have to arrange your data, have to analyze. It's very time consuming. Because if you interview 10 people, you have to analyze 10 prescribed texts. Okay. You need to listen to your recording and rewrite everything out again. Okay. And then you have to create teams for the analysis. So it's a time consuming hard work. And besides that, it may be difficult to gain access to your ethnography area. Sometimes you have to think, you have to know that some people there, how to go in that, how to be near to them, how to involve, how to be close to them, and how to get data from them, and how to make friends with them. Only they will tell you their stories. Okay. So beside ethnography, another one is case studies. Case studies, yeah, it's like we involve in a single group, let's say students, let's say a group of students in Singapore, okay, or a single village in India, or a single family in Malaysia, okay. So it's a case study, or individual, uh, uh, let's say Obama, you want to do a case studies on Obama, so it's a case study. So qualitative methodologies are interviews, focus group discussions, or participant observation. Like just now I said, how you observe your participant. Okay, firstly is about the interview, right? So interviewing, there are informal interviewing, or unstructured interviewing, or semi-structured means you already create some questions you want to ask to your interviewees. So normally we use this semi-structured interviews. It's easier, it's more systematic. You create questions first, and then they have to answer, not only yes or no, but longer answers, longer. And then beside we have fully structured or formal interview. This one is more formal. And how we probe after we interview them, we can be silent, or we can give them some response, or probing by leading. we just nod our head or we just agree it's a problem, yeah. Okay, the second one is focus group discussion. Is commonly using in market research study. I worked part-time as in a market research, international market research company before during my undergraduate time. So they normally use this to, let's say they want to know McDonald consumers. So we will find first, okay, who are our interviewees, what age to what age uh, to come to interview. Sometimes the focus group is like 4 person in a group, or we want to let's say a company they want to uh, they are marketing their sanitary napkins. So interviewees surely be women. So they will invite uh, let's say 20 to 40 years old women to come and attend the focus group to discuss about the new sanitary napkins they are going to be issued in the market. So this is quick, effective, and it's a homogeneous group because the group is using the same thing, or let's say mothers who are buying the milk powder for babies. So it's the same group. All are mothers, all are fast food lovers like McDonald consumer study just now, yeah. Or all are sanitary napkins users is women lah. So it's the same group. So focus on the specific topic. Uh, like if the milk powder, what kind of milk powder they want their baby to consume. Uh, what's the average price of the milk powder that they would like to purchase for their baby. So got a specific topic. So sometimes it's 4 to 12 persons. The focus group discussion normally quite long, 45 to 90 minutes, because to get all the question answered during the interview or discussions. So they have a set of agreed rules, okay? And then we observe the group dynamics during the discussion. The same thing, we record and transcribe. We record whenever they are discussing, and then we transcribe after that. Their text, their discussion text. Okay, the third one is participant observation. Like just now I said, is we are using the ethnography research to do the participant observation. So we have a role there. We need to observe, we need to involve, and also we have to attach and detach at the same time. We observe as we observe the participant, okay, and we reflect later. So unobtrusive note taking. We take notes during our observation. We take pictures. We use our 5 senses to involve. Like just now, I said, right? We watch them, we listen to them, we smell their environment of their setting, we feel, we have a feeling there on the participant, and also we taste their food. Yeah, like their daily food. So we really use all our senses in the observation of our participant. Okay, after that, we interpret all these observation. We interpret, and we need to know why we observe. When we observe something, why we observe that, why we observe how they pray during their festival, or ritual a ritual event, yeah. And who we need to observe, who we should observe during the event or the festive season, who to observe. Okay. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Dr. Julia. So, do you have any question to Dr. Julia? I think I will pass to Mr. An, our moderator today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your. It was really wonderful session, ma'am. We really enjoyed it, ma'am. You says about the importance of quantitative research and their approaches, ethnography research, and strengths and its weakness, and also you says about case studies. It is a really wonderful session, ma'am. We all are really enjoyed it. We get benefit from it. Now it's time for queries. If anybody have any doubt or any queries, please you can ask to ma'am. I think no, there is no queries, ma'am. Yeah. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. There
Thank
is
you so
no,
much.
no.
Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you
Okay,
for
okay.
listening.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So now it's time for the second speaker. To introduce the second speaker, I introduce Jessia, the student of University of Malaysia, Kellington, to introduce Dr. Fahiz Ahmed, sir.
Thank you to our moderator. So, our second speaker is Dr. Fayez Ahmad H. Ikal. Dr. Fayez is an assistant professor and local head Department of Studies and Research in English Wani Chanama University, PG Center, Tovi, Vijayapura, Karnataka, India. In faculty in English, Dr. Fayez is a PhD and Master Administration, Karnataka University, Jawai, SLEC, and Research Guide. Dr. Fayez is 11 years as assistant professor, a research supervisor, guiding 40 research scholars, 2 projects, 1 complete and 1 ongoing project, published 21 research papers at NIC, published 1 book, and got 900 subscribers on his YouTube channel, and others more. I invite you, Dr. Fayez. Hands to you, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you, Jessica, for such a wonderful introduction of myself. And then I think I'm audible to you all.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, I take this opportunity to thank the organizers, that is the Lavender Literary Club India and then Cape Comorin Trust, as well as in collaboration with the Malaysian Industrial Relations and Human Resource Association, which is MIRHA in Malaysia. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to put forth my ideas regarding the topic of this 3-day international virtual workshop on soft skills, research skills, and effective classroom management in the age of artificial intelligence. So let me share my screen. Yeah, so is it visible?
Yes, doctor. Yes, we can see your slide.
Yeah, is it visible now?
Yes, yes. Benefit of AI.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So I'll be speaking on benefits of artificial intelligence, that is AI, in education. The objective of this presentation is here, I will be discussing artificial intelligence, its benefits, and the changes it brings to education at any level. I will also be sharing and showcasing you some useful links to tools and platforms using AI in education, which may help you in at any level of your education, even at your research time as well as in academics. So, as we all know, there has been lots of discussion, argument, interest, research being carried out in artificial intelligence. And now we have to acknowledge that this is the future, and some educators are understandably fearful. They're anxious as to how and to where this advancement will take us, and what will be the challenges which the teachers may face, not only the teachers but even the students also. And that's why I thank the organizers for choosing the topic, which is very apt. Sorry. So particularly, there has been anxious when this Open AI's latest language model, that is Chat GPT, has been released. Students can here easily, they can use this platform to manipulate and to complete their homework assignments or any other work just in a fraction of seconds. Okay, and then by showing it a sample of previous work. So whatever so, in this Chat GPT or any other AI tools, you have to subscribe and you have to create an account. And then after creating an account, after using it, whatever, whenever, as many number of times you use it, all those data will be stored over there. So on the basis of the sample of previous work, the AI can even write an essay in the student's own personal style. So it understands the psyche of the student as to from their wavelength, and they try to match it and write an essay as per the requirement as well as customized way of the student. And it can also complete with grammatical and spelling errors if desired. Again, there will be some checklist which you have to check or uncheck. And then it adds to the authenticity and to make cheating almost impossible to detect. But here I have some reservations to say, but at the end of my presentation, I will be touching upon this aspect, whether ChatGPT or using ChatGPT uh, is authentic, and how is it the cheating can be detected in other softwares or in other tools or not, that I will be discussing later. So given all this, what should educators do? It's a challenge for educators, and it's an opportunity to the students as well. But is AI the end of education as we know it? These are the questions on which I'll be discussing upon. So how is it going to benefit to the students? I will give you some examples as to how students can take advantage of artificial intelligence. And here, by immersing students in technology from a young age, we are likely to be giving them a head start in the future workplace. And this is what we call it as soft skills. So, where use of such technology will inevitably become more and more commonplace. So, thanks to COVID, post-COVID also, before COVID, no one was, means there were limitations. There were limitations and very few people were knowing about virtual classrooms, so on and so forth. But here, post-COVID, we have been exposed to a number of arrays of such applications, tools, which can help not only the students, but even the teachers as well. So here, but let's consider some of the ways in which artificial intelligence is already bringing enormous benefits to the learners. Here, there are some few points which I would like to throw light upon. First thing, how it is going to help the student is by analyzing the learning gaps. Especially, it is designed artificial intelligence platforms can analyze past performance and identify learning gaps that can easily go otherwise undetected. So, in a classroom which has more than 80, 100 students, it's really difficult for a teacher to give individual care to each and every student. But wherein these AI platforms helps the student to analyze their performance, and it also identifies as to where they have to work more and put their efforts more. And here we also have a kind of personalization. Artificial intelligence can adapt content to the student based on the grasping power of the student. Here, it creates a personalized learning experience rather than one size which fits all approach. Questions answered instantly. So, in any tool, I will be giving you an exhaustive list of tools wherein you can use to your advantage. So one more advantage how the students can use this tool is through asking some of the questions, and they get answers to their questions instantly. They need not wait for it. With the help of artificial intelligence, students can have their questions answered within seconds rather than waiting for a human response. This has the further advantage of encouraging shy students to ask questions without fear of being judged. So most of the students are a bit hesitant. They feel shy. Oh, what if I ask a question to the teacher? I will be insulted. But here, in AI platforms, all the students are the same. And the results will not be shared with others. It will be purely confidential. And timely feedback and just-in-time learning. Students can also receive more frequent and timely feedback at the point of learning when the topic is still fresh in mind and they are more open to learning. And engagement, learning with artificial intelligence allows for gamification and other engaging learning environments such as VR and AR, which can greatly increase student motivation and engagement. And it also saves time. Using artificial intelligence to help generate ideas or structure content frees up student time to focus on higher level skills such as analysis or creativity. Other than these things, it has an improved accessibility with smart data gathering, custom tasks, and personalized schedules. The boundaries between students, teachers, and educational administrators can be bridged with the help of artificial intelligence technologies. So there will be no barriers at all. And the barriers like physical location, language, money cannot be a hindrance for them. And they can access it 24 into 7. And neurodiversity is also a very important. Some students, They are neurodiverse and they may struggle with the traditional settings or learning methods which thrive in artificial intelligence powered environments. Benefits to educators, how it is going to benefit the educators. There are also many ways in which educators also can be facilitated, and then even they can take advantage of artificial intelligence, like it not only saves time for the student but even for the teachers as well. Suppose they have to complete one particular assignment in a specific time bound, here artificial intelligence platform will come to their rescue. It can take on many of the time consuming jobs, and it can take many number of jobs, and n number of jobs in a specific time. There is no bound, there is no time bound at all. And educators are currently expected to do, for example, record keeping and marking. It can also help streamline in the planning process, this feeling of the teacher to engage the creative and very human actions that are required to take learning experience to the next level for them. And idea and content generation, artificial intelligence can save teachers time in creating content, ideas, and even learning objectives for teachers to review, amend, and use creatively in the classroom, project work, or assignments, so on and so forth. And answering student questions. AI itself can be a personal tutor. Students not only benefit, but teachers too. More questions can be answered. Teachers can track what's been asked, whilst focusing their efforts on designing interventions to further engage students and plug any learning gaps there. And it also helps in analyzing student performance. As I told in the previous slide also, it not only helps the students, but also the educators as well, so that they can focus on a specific number of students who are lagging behind. And even motivating and engaging students with the help of technology also can benefit the educators. So some of the innovative companies developing artificial intelligence enhanced solutions to support and enhance learning in students of all ages. There is one called Seneca. It is a UK-based homework and revision platform that is so sure of its product that it guarantees its students will receive top exam grades or your money back. And likewise, there are other applications also like Thinkster Maths, and then Newton's Alta, Gradoscope, virtual speech, inner voice by eye therapy, and so on and so forth. But here, I will be concentrating on few free artificial intelligence tools for academic research, which may help academicians to use this. Sorry, is there some disturbance?
Yeah, I think your slides are not moving.
Is it?
Yeah, none of the slides moved so far. It's like still the first slide is fixed since you began.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You could have brought it to my notice.
Just trying to politely raise my hand. There were no messages that were allowed in the text.
But
So
it's
I
not visible. Yeah. It's not visible. Now?
yeah, your current slide is visible now, and I hope it changes as you keep changing it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, yes. Okay, the first app, that is a chat doc. Let me show you the interface of it. So you type in the search engine, chat with your documents. And this is one free artificial intelligence tool which you can use in your research. Here you can chat with documents, get instant answers with cited sources. Let's see how it works. So here you can upload a PDF file from your local drive, or else even from URL also you can upload it. So for that you have to sign in first.
Are you trying to like show us the interface of this
Yeah,
AI? But your screen is not visible if you are trying to do that, sir.
So yeah, I'm so sorry for this. Just a moment. Give me a few seconds. I will join once again.
Yeah, sure, doctor.
Pardon? Hello.
Yes, sir.
But the screen is not visible for me. Yeah.
Not audible, sir. It's not audible.
I'm not audible, ma'am.
Yeah, sir, we
Now
can hear
audible,
you.
sir.
Hello.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Not audible.
Sorry. Now I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you
Yes,
are.
sir. Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Sorry. Uh, yeah. Now is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay. So now I was discussing about chat doc. Hello. Yeah. Am I audible, right?
yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So this is the interface, and we have to log in with our email ID. We have to sign in, and you can upload your file from the local drive as well as from the URL as well. Here you have to just mention whether you are a student or an educator, and then where did you know about it, and all the details you have to. You can just skip it. You can just click and drag as well. So it has limitations, and document should not exceed more than 20 pages. Likewise, the next application is explain paper, and this is the best way to read your research papers. Both are very much similar. Now you can start it for free. Here also you have to sign in with your account, email ID. And here also you have to upload PDFs. And this is how the interface looks like. So like this, there are so many applications, but I have just handpicked some 2. And then there is next one, there is Humanta. Here also it is just like a GPT. And you can ask AI anything about your data, and it gives. Here also you can ask questions. For this also you need to log in. And like that, there are so many useful tools. And the next one is Elicit. It also helps you in research, and then WordTune Read, and then Quillbot, to which even I have also subscribed to it. This is also a very useful tool, which you can use for text summarizer, free grammar check, and plagiarism checker also. And there are so many benefits here. There on the left side, you can see paraphraser, grammar checker, plagiarism checker, and then co-writer, summarizer, citation generator, translator, so on and so forth. And you can add it as an extension on your Google Chrome, as well as on your Microsoft Office Word and Macintosh also. And then there is another very useful tool, that is GPT- Full tool. It is a text transformation tool that randomly replaces words with synonyms in a given text. I will not show you the interface because we are running short of time already. The another speaker is waiting for his turn. And then the ChatGPT, which you all are aware, and then Paper Digest, and then CiteFast. So these are the few free artificial intelligence tools which you can use for academic research. And then there is always a dichotomy. There has been always, we are in a fix as to whether we should ban artificial intelligence or not. In the beginning itself, I had told you that man creates and machine generates. So there has always been a fear of plagiarism and the students not engaging in tasks of or not learning at all. Several universities around the globe are resorting to a blanket ban on the use of artificial intelligence. For example, a top French university, Sciences Po, for example, now, I quote, strictly forbids the use of ChatGPT or any other tool using artificial intelligence, I unquote. So meanwhile, there are, of course, many artificial intelligence detection tools as well. Please note it down. There are even some tools which can also detect that a particular assignment has been written with the help of these artificial intelligence platforms, which I have already earlier mentioned. In order to check plagiarism also, we use a Turnitin software, and then there are so many softwares. But in order to check whether the assignment or the thesis or a research paper, whichever document has been used through ChatGPT, can also be detected. And the softwares which are being used to detect such tools are Originality.ai, GPT-0, Writers.com, and so on and so forth. But please remember, but these three, even this such tool is not foolproof as well. And then again, we are fixing two minds, whether to embrace artificial intelligence or whether we should ban it. So whatever we like it or not, in the long run, artificial intelligence technology is going to become a staple part of our lives. So instead of fighting, instead of arguing, instead of discussing, let us accept it as how it is. So I will not run into detail. I will conclude by saying that artificial intelligence is developing at a rapid pace. We just can't imagine at what pace it is running. In fact, I wanted to show you some two YouTube links, but nevertheless, I will be sharing this PPT. And those who are interested, you can just have a glance and it will give you a bird's viewpoint as to how briskly, at what pace artificial intelligence is progressing, and how it will, of course, it may not replace teachers, but definitely it will give a new perception, new perspective towards education. Educators who stay put relying only on the old methods will find themselves increasingly at a disadvantage, because they have to update themselves as well as, and that will be also challenging to the educators as well. And it seems inevitable that not only the way we teach, but also what we teach will change with the continued development of artificial intelligence. And in most of the times, the educators are left-handed, because the students are well versed in technology than the teacher. So that's why it's very important for the educators, the teachers, to update themselves and acquire these soft skills. And the skill sets required for the future generations in the workplace will be more focused on higher level skills of critical thinking, creativity, and communication. Working in education in this era of rapid technological change is exciting. And whether in terms of innovating, testing, implementing, or simply continued student guidance, every teacher and educator has a role to play in helping define what the learning of tomorrow will look like. So with these few words, I conclude my presentation, and I'm sorry for the technical glitches. Yeah, over to you, Jessica.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was really a wonderful session, sir. We all are really enjoyed. You have said about the importance and the benefits of artificial intelligence in education, and you have said many other things like explain paper, elicit, webtoon, read, Goodboard, GPT, minis, paper digest, site fast. This is very important for the research. Uh, so we have said about the importance of artificial intelligence to everyone. Now it's the time for queries, or if anybody have any doubt, you can clarify to soft. Now it's time for your query session.
So can I ask some questions, sir? Can I speak?
Yes, sir, you can ask.
Yes, Vishwas, please.
Right.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So my side, there is no any questions or any queries, but I want to say something about what sir has been told and explained about beautifully. Sir, nowadays artificial intelligence is very important for education, and everywhere this the artificial intelligence is going to be talking, and yeah, workshops and conferences has been going to taking. So Faiz Ahmad sir, so thank you sir. So wonderful insightful thoughts, and sorry for
Yeah,
that
thank you. Still,
interruption.
still so many things. Yeah, still so many things have been left untouched. Sorry for that,
Yes, sir.
because
Yes,
of
sir.
time limitations
Even though some
and constraint.
technical
True.
issues has happened, you wonderfully presented, and we are eager to know about chart doc and elicit and explain paper and GPT menus, paper digest and site first. So I am very eager to know those things, but because of short bit of time, you explained beautifully, and so you are go through it and about artificial intelligence. So we are hearing about artificial intelligence, about chat GPT. So we are know only about this limited kind of chart GPT and chart doc, but you have given some immense about to humanta and explain paper. So if time is possible, it could possible us to know something more. But even though he explained it neatly about how it could be help for the student to make creatively they expose themselves, and student get motivation from these kind of things. And so yes, so even though some kind of disadvantages or some kind of negatives are there, but at the end of the time, so as you beautifully told that yes, we have to accept new technologies. So yes, there is a bright future, you told that. So overall, my observation is that your presentation is wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you,
for
Vishwas.
organizing.
Sorry for
Madhukari
derailing.
Naik.
In fact, there was due to some technical errors. There
sir.
was a flow. There was no flow in the presentation, but still, I tried my level best to showcase some few important tools which you can use in your research, and I hope you will use these tools in your research as well in the coming days. And please keep yourself updated.
Okay, sir.
And if possible in future, definitely I would love to give you some more information on these areas.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely, sir. Okay, that's Madhukari Naik. Sorry, Madhukari
No,
Naik.
Madhukari Naik. Yeah, but you have logged in with some other name. That
Yes,
is Vishwas
Ramon,
Anju.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. If anybody have any other doubt or any
Yeah,
suggestion,
one more person,
clarification.
Dr. Nitin has raised his hand.
Yes, sir. It was wonderful presentation, sir. But I just want to ask that if we put our material in any of the sites which you have discussed it last, won't there be a problem of plagiarism? Because even though our work is original, but if we upload it on the sites, if these sites are free, then it would go in their database and ultimately it go in plagiarism.
Yeah, very true. See, this is again, it is about ethics in research. This question can be asked in ethics in research, wherein in order to detect whether it has been copied and pasted or not, or it has been taken from some other author, especially in academics. In serious academics, we are using some tools. And I have also told you in my presentation, in order to check whether you have used those things with the help of artificial intelligence also, there are some tools which detects ChatGPTs. So you have to ensure that you have removed it from both the databases. It means you have not used those tools. The emphasis here is on creativity.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope I answered to your question.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Is anybody
Thank
other
you.
to ask question?
Maybe after 5 years, or maybe in the coming future, even those which you have paraphrased with the help of these tools can also be detected in future. Maybe it may be in 1 year or 2 years, in 5 years or 10 years, but it is bound to be detected. That is for sure.
Yes, sir. You're right, sir. Whatever you said, everything is right, sir.
So here
Is anybody other?
it can just help you to find out whether your work is original or not. But most of the researchers use it to avoid plagiarism, because somewhere there is a fear factor somewhere in the corner of their heart or in the corner of their mind. So if it is original, you need not check it at all. Whether it may be ChatGPT, whether it may be any plagiarism detecting tool. Isn't it? Again,
Yes, sir.
the question, again the question arises as to how we should know whether this any work has been carried out on that topic or not. So for that, you have to ensure before taking up research that you have to throw light upon a new area wherein no work has been done.
Yes, sir.
And for that, again, you can use some of the applications which is there in InflipNet, like Show the Shuddhi, Show the Gangotri, and Show the Ganga. These 3 websites can help you to ensure whether your work is original or not, and the topic which you have taken up is original or not. Means whether in any part of the country or in the globe, some other person is doing research on this topic or not. So that will ensure you to take up your research further. Or you can take a different perspective which the other has not taken up.
Yeah, yes, sir. All right. So I think there is nobody other to ask any queries or any suggestion. You can ask to sir if you have any doubt or any queries relating the artificial intelligence. So I think there is no queries or any doubt. So we will move to our third speaker, the third session. For the third session, I would like to invite Anisha ma'am. Ma'am is currently working as assistant professor in English at Mother Teresa College, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Ma'am is currently interested in poems and the art of poetry. Ma'am poems have been published in anthologies like Kasari, Limitary, Nobody Knows You, Roses and Flames, and online magazines like Indian Periodical and Literary Yard. Ma'am really love writing and reciting poems. So I would like to welcome you, ma'am, to our beautiful session, ma'am. Please take part.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening, all. I'm Anusha Yu, Assistant Professor of English, Mother Teresa College, Katakada, Trivandrum, Kerala, Assistant Concern of Maravanas College, Trivandrum. I would like to present my views on the topic, listening skill, which is one among the soft skills which is needed in today's present society. Let me start my presentation. So, is it visible now, sir? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We can see it.
Okay, definitely. So here is my views on this section, listening skill, which is, I think, one of the needed skills in today's society. Let me start the presentation with two of the quotes by two different people. One from Stephen R. Covey, who said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. And one of my favorite quotes from my favorite writer, Ernest Hemingway. When people talk, listen completely. Most people never listen. So, why listening skill is important today? Even though we have individual existence, we are actually social beings. We are living in a society. We have to interrelate and interconnect with so many persons in the society. And for this process of interrelation and interconnection, the one thing we are using is the communication. And to improve our communication skill, we actually need this listening skill. Listening skill is an important aspect for good communication. And this listening is completely different from the process of hearing. By listening, we mean all our senses, especially your mind and body, will be focused. So it is one of the essential soft skills needed for a person, and it indicates a person's ability to receive and interpret information in the communication process. And now we have to analyze how listening is different from hearing. Hearing actually implies just the perceiving of the sounds, while listening means listening with understanding whatever you are listening. Both the body as well as the mind is involved in the listening process, and listening is an active process while hearing is a passive activity. And you can tell, like, hearing is a physical ability. It is not a conscious activity. It is an effortless activity. If you're hearing something in the sense means your sense of hearing is working well. You can hear sounds or noises or voices or anything. But when you are listening to something means you are analyzing it, you are interpreting it, you are reviewing it, you are getting into something from it. So many processes are happening in the sense of listening. So in the case of listening, you can tell, like, it is a physical as well as a psychological effort. Plus, It requires a conscious effort, concentration, and interest. So hearing in the sense means all of us have that ability, but listening means we are actually putting a conscious effort into analyzing what we are actually hearing from it. And as per the researches done by one of the group of persons, they found out that human beings throughout their life, 70% of them are communicating with each other, and 30% of their life are spent without communicating with each other. And in the 70%, just 45% is used for listening skill, 30% is used for speaking skill, and 60% is used for reading skill, and 9% is used for writing skill. That shows like listening is the most important skill which we actually need in this life, in this process of communication. So now we have to look into the different types of listening. The first one being informational listening. When you want to learn something, you will use informational listening to understand and retain information. That is what our students are doing in our classrooms, whether it is physics or maths or chemistry or English or Malayalam or any other language or subject. They're actually using this informational listening skill. That is, they need to learn something, they need to get the information. So they are listening, they want to understand it, and they want to retain that information. And for this process, high level of concentration is needed. And they have to apply critical thinking also. Plus, it would actually help them to become a better learner. And actively learning and improving themselves needs informational listening. Then there is a second type, which is discriminative listening, which is the quality with which we are born with. It is our innate quality. We have this discriminative listening in us even before we started to understand words. Like we would analyze the tone of the voice, the verbal cues, changes in the sound, etc. You can see like babies would understand it easily. If you are approaching a baby with a happy face, the baby would smile back at us. If you are approaching it with an angry face, the baby would show the sadness in its face. So it means like they don't understand the phrases. They are just judging the person from his appearances. Maybe they would recognize the voice as well as using the non-verbal cues like the facial expressions, body language, mannerisms, etc. And this discriminative listening, when you start to grow up, it would help you to read between the lines and understand what remains unspoken. To the next level, which is biased listening, which is also known as selective listening. It is your listening to the information that you wanted to hear. It may look like the distortion of facts. Supposedly in your school or college, the festival is going to held, arts festival is going to held, and you are in charge of a particular item, and your head or your principal or your superior is going to tell about the whole arts festival. You would be so keen to know about your particular item. Your listening would be, you would be listening the whole conversation there, but you would be tuned in such a way like you wanted to know about that particular item. So that is what is known as biased listening. The next thing, sympathetic listening. In case of sympathetic listening, as the name suggested, you are driven by emotion. You focus on the feelings of the speaker. So instead of the message, you're focusing on the feelings and the emotions of the speaker, and you're providing the support to the speaker. So you would understand how they are feeling. So you're not listening what they are going to tell, what they are saying there. So this would happen actually in our relationships, normally in family relationships or in friendships. we have that sympathetic listening happening there. So it builds a deeper relationship with someone in your life. So sympathetic listening is needed in our life. The next one, comprehensive listening, which you get from your early childhood. You understand what one is saying using your words. And it requires the language skills, and it helps you to learn something new. And this comprehensive listening, along with the discriminative listening, are used by many of us during our lifetime. And to the next one, which is empathetic listening, or it is otherwise known as therapeutic listening. It helps you to see from other people's perspective. That is, you're trying to understand someone else's point of view as they are speaking. You're imagining yourself in someone else's shoes. So you're relating yourself with some person's experiences, and you're feeling empathetic and sympathetic towards them. So that may happen in our relationships as well as in our friendships, etc. So this empathetic listening is actually born with us. Then to the next one, critical listening. Critical listening helps us to analyze complex information. It goes in a deeper sense. Instead of taking the information at the face value, you would evaluate what is being said. A problem-solving process is done inside the critical listening section. That means you are not only hearing the words, you are looking at the bigger picture and comparing everything that you know. So this sense of critical listening would actually come after we become adults, that we started to analyze so many things, we started to review so many things. So this critical listening would happen in such a phase. Then we have the time-oriented listening, which means this type of listening doesn't need much time. They would actually put on the time limits. They don't want the wastage of time. They would prefer to hear the message quickly without unnecessary details. And they don't want to waste the time, and they would be impatient with the rambling or the long-winded people, like the type of questions that the journalists would be asking to the interviewers, to the politicians or some persons else. They need the answer at the correct time, and they would be asking the question. They don't want any bagging on that question or shagging there. They just want the correct answer there. Or the type of question that your students would be asking you on the day before the exam. They need the correct answer for the questions. They don't want the questions from the topic. They just want the answers for the correct question they had actually asked about. They don't even want to know about the topic there. They would be using you will be listening to a category of people. In a sense that you would try to understand this check about it, and then you would actually try to analyze it out, and you would actually listen to it. These are some type of listening we are using in our life. And is it okay here? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I got some network issue here. That's why I asked you. Thank you very much. So the thing is, you have to become an effective listener in this life. Anyway, you have to become a good communicator. So you have to become an effective listener. So become an effective listener means you must be attentive. You must not assume or withhold any judgment. That means you have to summarize the speaker's idea. You do not want to avoid any ideas and avoid the premature judgments there. And you have to listen for the feelings and the facts. You have to know what the facts are, and you have to analyze whatever feelings or the sympathetic elements are actually there. And you have to know about this body language. and you have to concentrate on the other speakers kindly and generously. Whatever things the speakers are telling, just try to listen to them and just be opportunizers. That means you have to use each and every opportunity to listen. Plus, you have to reflect and you have to clarify also. You have to rethink about it. You have to review about it. You have to analyze what has been said. And if you find any correction there, try to clarify with the correct person. So now we can tell about the importance of listening skills in our life. Basically, it would try to help us to build our relationships well. It would help us to learn new skills. Like if you're listening properly, you can learn new skills very easily, and it will help you to perform effectively. If your communication process is good, you can actually perform well in your life. And it will establish the trust between the parties. Basically, in workplace or in your family relationships or between your friends or colleagues or where you can actually have trust between the parties. And definitely, if you are a good listener, trust me, you can inspire others. That is, if you try to listen to each and every person, and if you are getting into correct points about them, they would feel like you are a good person. And the more they would try to tell about you, you can actually give them good suggestions. And basically, that may actually inspire others. So some other quote by some other Wilson listener as telling like a good listener is not only popular everywhere, but after a while he knows something. And another quote, most of the successful people I have known are the ones who do more listening than talking. That shows like you need to have a good listening skill. So how can we improve our listening skills? First thing, you have to limit your distraction. You have to practice objectivity in the sense like you have to analyze and find out what is actually correct. You have to reflect, clarify, summarize. You have to use your body language, as well as you have to look for the body language of the person who is communicating. You have to share with him and you have to give full attention to whatever is telling. So the good thing is 80% listening and 20% talking would actually help you a lot. And for the active listening skill, here are some of the contents. Hearing the content properly well. Listen for the feeling inside it. Observe the body language of the person. Use a neutral technique. Means don't get into, don't what? Think about more about the process rather than what has been said by the person. Then try to paraphrase what has been said. Create a self-awareness. Reflect, question it, clarify the techniques, and summarize it. So these things would actually help you to become a better listener. So that's the end of my topic. I hope all of you have understood what has been said there.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
ma'am. It
sir.
was
Thank
really
you.
okay. Okay, ma'am. It was really a wonderful session, ma'am. You have said about the importance of listening and better listener. And there is variety of listening. You said discriminative listening, biased listening, sympathetic listening, comprehensive listening, empathetic listening. The uses of listening is very important to today's society. You have beautifully portrayed it, ma'am. Now it's a time for queries or any doubt. If anybody have, you can ask to ma'am. It's time for your doubt sessions. Or if you have any suggestion also, you can share with your opinion to ma'am. I think nobody has any questions or queries, ma'am. So we will stop, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful
Thank
session,
you,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you, sir, for your opportunity. Really, thank you for that, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So today we will end our sessions here. Tomorrow we have our third session. Tomorrow at 5:50 we will send the Google Meet link. So kindly join everyone. Thank you for your patience and beautiful listening. So have a good day. Thank you.